Hey, what's up? Today I want to talk about the Sebenza, yes, the almighty Sebenza. And maybe if you're a new knife nut, you're kind of thinking, gosh, those knives are just really expensive. Are they really worth it and stuff? And I'm not going to tell you if it's worth it or not. To me, obviously it's worth it. But I think if you try to jump into a Sebenza, say you're coming straight from a Delica or something like that, or your mini grip or your Ritter grip, and you're like, man, I just hear so much awesome stuff about the Sebenza. I'm going to sell my whole collection and just get a Sebenza because that'll make me so much happier. And I'm just going to tell you, honestly, from me to you, I think you're going to be underwhelmed. And obviously, I love the Sebenza, but I think, kind of like wine, you have to really appreciate and know what you're getting when you buy a Sebenza. It's like, okay, if you bought the Delica or the Endura or whatever your budget knife is, and you're like, man, this Stretch 2 is awesome, but man, this plastic handle and stuff, I just kind of want to bump up and be big boss. I want to jump into a Sebenza, so I'm going to sell everything I have and get into a Sebenza. You're going to be like, oh man, it just kind of cuts stuff just like my Stretch 2 did, or my Endura Delica, and now I lost all my collection. So I would just highly advise that you don't do that. Save up for one, and honestly, buy one off the forums, any forums, Jersey Devil, USN, Blade forums. There's a bunch of them. Knife forums, eBay, probably not Craigslist, but you can find a used Sebenza. Maybe some of the knife shops, stuff like that. But what you want to do, if you're a new knife nut to Chris Reeve Sebenza, or maybe not a new knife nut, but you're in the market for a Chris Reeve knife or a higher end knife. And I guess we could apply this video to any of the higher end knives, the Hinderers, the Striders, the Burke Productions, maybe even the custom knives, which they're kind of in a different category than what I'm talking about today. But if you don't know what you're getting in these guys, you might be a little underwhelmed. Because honestly, I'm not bragging or anything. You guys know me. I'm not going to brag and talk prices, but honestly, I bought this from Chris Reeve, and it was $500. So, meanwhile, to me, yeah, very cool EDC. You can see I use it. I bought it brand new, and it's seen a lot of use. So yes, to me, they are worth it. But I think if you're a new knife nut and you didn't know all the subtle differences, I think you're going to be like, hey, really? Like, what's the big deal? Just kind of, yeah, the action's better. Yeah, the blade specs are very tight. Lockup is very deep, but it's not going to go over anymore. And, just the specs are very, very, very well refined. And you have your inlay on your micarta here. And everything's like the pocket clip has this extra hump here. And fits the hand very nice. But honestly, it's kind of like I said, it's like real fine wine. These are not gas station knives. These are really high performance knives. Your Kershaws, even your Buck, what are they, Vantage Pro and stuff like that. You're getting a top end knife with those. So don't think that the Sebenzas are like way, way above what your knife that you have in your pocket right now is. And I'm not trying to talk you out of these. I'm just saying, just know what you're going to get. Just know that this knife is not going to change your world. Like, the women are not going to flock to you. Like, you're not really even going to impress anybody. If you get the Sebenza, get it for you. I'm not saying that you're getting it for somebody, but you know what I'm saying. It's kind of a thing, like, it's that cheap, crappy Citizen watch. I have no desire to get a better watch than this. Sure, it might be cool, but this tells time. It doesn't take any batteries and stuff like that. It just works for me. I have no desire to go over this. So if I got a Rolex, even though, hey, I got a Rolex, for me, I'd be underwhelmed. I'd be like, oh, man. 8 grand for this. You know, think about what I could have had with that money. So I don't really know what I'm trying to say. Just know that they're awesome and the quality is there. But do not sell your collection for one Chris Reeve knife or one Hinderer. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. If you can, just save up. Save up, buy a used one. Why you want to buy a used one is because these knives are so well made and they really do stand up to use. It's like not all hype. They are awesome. And they can get refurbished. Any higher end knife can be refurbished. And it's not for a lot of money. I think it's like $50. They'll do the scales for like $25, and they can even repolish or retumble your blade for like another $25. So $50, you can have a brand new looking knife. So why buy used? Because if you're brand new to these higher end knives or the Sebenza or whatever, you're not gonna want to use it. I mean, I think you're not gonna want to use it. That first scratch is gonna be very tough. But look, if you already have this and it's already scratched, you'll be like, oh, why the hell not? Just throw it in my pocket, let's see how it goes. And here's the thing, if you don't like it, it will still sell for that used price. And if you buy the right one, like this is a BG42 blade with the regular frame. Regular just means it has these ridges here. And this is a 21. See, no ridges. You can just kind of see difference there. But anyways, you're not going to be afraid to use it. It's going to keep its value. You buy the right one. Here's another regular. This is the Damascus. You can see I use this too. But why I'm not afraid to use this is because they can refurbish them. So why would I not use it? We've already done a video with this guy too. So anyways, I think that these have went up in value. I think I paid like, I don't know the exact number. I think it was like 800 or something. But I bet it would go for that because you can't buy these regulars anymore. I mean, even if I did, it might go for like 7, so I didn't lose much. But these regular run-of-the-mill Sebenzas, not quite this one, but these two, you buy a used knife. You could probably pick this knife up. Gosh, if I was going to sell this, probably around $350 or something like that. I believe you could use this for 2 years and sell it back at $350. You know, sell it to someone off the forum, or even $330. Hell, even $300. You sold it in a day, and you used the knife for a year or two for what, $50? Like, you can't really beat that, in my opinion. So I think that's why I first got into Chris Reeve knives and the higher end knives. I was like, well, what do I have to lose? I see used ones selling for almost the same price every day, so why not? Why not try it? But like I said, if you sell your whole collection and you don't really understand, that was kind of like dominoes. If you sell your whole collection, you don't really understand what the pivot, all the tolerances, the rounded spine that you get, the fit and finish, how tight this blade is inside these scales. If you were to shine a flashlight through the bottom side, you could barely get light to show through these little cracks. And that's... Well, this has a distill taper, so it's kind of hard to show with this. But just know that the machining is awesome on these guys. So, hey guys, hopefully I didn't bore you. That's a lot of rambling just to say, don't sell all your other knives to try a Sebenza. Save up, buy a used one, and that way you can always resell it for that used price or very close to it. So, have a good day, and as always, rate, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys.